Sorry guys, my mom walked in. Hey guys, welcome to the continuation of KIK slash Septiplier. Hi Jack. Hi, Jack said in an unhappy tone. Hey, you don't have to be so rude, Mark said, pulling up a chair. I'm not that bad, you know. Jack scoffed. I can't wait until the stupid project is done with. Should be easy enough, said Mark said, smiling at Jack. After a few minutes of awkward silence passed, then Mark broke it. You seem a bit distracted. Jack sighed. I am. Want to talk about it? Mark asked. If you don't want to, it's fine. He was actually being really nice. Jack was happy that he wasn't being a complete... Jack... We're not even a minute in and my mom's being as annoying as hell. I'm so sorry. He's actually being really nice. Jack smiled a little bit. I just had a bit of an argument with a friend. I don't even know his name. He just randomly messaged me through KIK not too long ago. I was rude to him yesterday, so we haven't talked since. I'm quite worried about him. Well, that sounds crazy. No, Mark said, a goofy smile tugging on the corner of his lip. Doesn't sound crazy at all. But you know anything about this guy? I just know that he goes to our school and in a few of my classes. Haven't really figured out who it is, though, Jack explained. He couldn't believe he was talking to Mark. Of all people! About this. I'm sure you'll find out soon enough, Mark said. He seemed like a pretty nice guy. He's wonderful, Jack said. Then realized Mark didn't know, though, that he wasn't straight. Jack cleared his throat. He's a great friend. Mark looked a bit disappointed. Jack was curious as to why, but he didn't put too much thought into it. Could I come over after school today, Mark asked? To work on the project? Jack said. Sure, you got a car? Yeah, Mark said. I'll meet you in front of our school, out after school. Jack nodded. Right. Nodded right. Then the bell rang. The teacher had held copies of the Romeo and Juliet. On the way out, Jack took. Then he went through the painfully slow and very uneventful day until it was finally time to go home. He went outside of the school and sat on the bench out front. He felt his phone buzz. It was him. So I haven't messaged you in a bit. Been kind of stressed. Busy. Not mad at you, though. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Jack smiled. Then his thoughts were interrupted by Mark walking to him and smiling. Ready to go? Jack nodded and stood up, putting his phone in his pocket. As they walked to Mark's car, a few of Mark's friends walked up to the duo. Hey, Mark, Jack said. What are you doing hanging out with this faggot? Jake said. I'm so sorry. Don't freaking call him that. Mark muttered under his breath. What was that? Couldn't hear you. Then Mark grabbed the collar of his shirt and spat out. I said don't freaking call him that. Jake just laughed, while the others around him continued to call Jack names like pussy and annoying little They also put a quick kill yourself fag. Jack was hurt by the words, but he's used to the torment. Mark was getting angry to the group. Shut the freak up, he finally yelled. Stop with the name calling already, and go the hell away. They muttered I don't know what that words to each other, and they finally left. Freaking pricks, Mark said quietly. After they were in... I don't know that. Mark looked at Jack. You okay? Jack nodded, talking at the fear of bursting into tears. Mark hugged Jack right there and then. I'm so sorry. It's okay. Jack let out a few tears. Really? Mark left the hug. Oh my God, you're crying. But he didn't say it tauntingly. No, he said it as if it was his fault. Worriedly. Jack wiped his tears. Just never had anyone stand up for me like that before. Okay. I love this. Mark and Jack made it to Jack's house, and frankly, they hardly did any of the project. They read a few paragraphs of Romeo and Juliet, just started talking and got nowhere with it. This is... Mark said. We totally learned this 2 years ago. I know, Jack said. It should be easy then. Yeah, but it's annoying, Mark said again. So why do you hate me, or why do you at least? Jack was taken aback by the question and didn't know what to say for a long time. He finally spoke. I just thought you seemed like a senseless prick. Your friends were a-holes, and you seem like you don't care. You don't think of me as like that still, do you? Mark asked. Not really, Jack said. Just the people that you hang around. There. Mark agreed. He was about to say something again, but Jack cut him off. Why are you always with them? Why just be that person that stands and watches while they're essentially bullying others? It's not right. You need to do something about it, Jack said. I've been bullied countless times by them, and you've just stood there, done nothing about it. I've grown used to that name calling, to the stupid punches and fights. I'm sick of it, but it's not going to stop if no one does anything about it. Mark sighed. You're right. Jack looked away. Tears threatened to fall. The only person Jack told about this was Emmett, and he hadn't gone as much into detail as he had with Mark. No, you're right. You were so freaking right, Mark said. I need to tell them off. I don't know why I'm with them so much. I don't even know why. I don't know why I am. You stood up for me today, Jack said, and that meant a lot. I need to stand up for you more. Mark shook his head. I need to stand up for people besides you. Jack continued to looking away. He'd already cried today. He didn't want to again. I'm sorry, Mark said, for never doing anything about it. No wonder you hate me. Jack still said nothing. Say something, Mark said. Something, Jack replied, and smiled tugged on the corner of his mouth. Mark laughed and shook his head. They made a little conversation until after Mark excused himself to the restroom. It was then Jack received a message. Sorry I haven't been messaging you as much. Jack sighed and responded. It's okay. I feel bad. Jack replied, it's no big deal, as a lie. He was upset that he didn't get as many messages before. Then Mark returned to put his phone in his pocket. Hey. Hi, Jack responded. Want to go for a drive, Mark asked. Yeah, sure. I'm so sorry. Where are your parents anyways? Mark asked when they were just out of town. Mom's never home, Jack said. Busy trips. It's pretty nice not having her around sometimes, but I miss her. Yeah, Mark says. Sucks. It kinda does, but it's pretty cool having the house to myself. I'm not really used to being home alone. I'm not used to being home, so it's not too bad having her away, Jack said. Changing topics a bit, Mark said, making a turn. How do you not let bullying get to you? Like, it doesn't seem to bother you at all. It doesn't bother me quite a bit, but I'm used to it, Jack replied honestly. Their words hurt a lot, but I try not to listen. I'm really sorry, Mark sighed, running a hand through his hair, then returning to the steering wheel. It's okay, Jack said. No, Mark replied. No, it's not. Just please stand up for me. Mark nodded and then moved his hand to the resting on Jack's knee. Jack immediately got butterflies. Jack rested his hand on top Mark's. Then Mark flipped his hand over it, so now we're holding hands. They stayed like that for a while. Mark stopped the car at a park in a nearby town. It was pretty empty there, and it was a nice late afternoon. It was 7 p.m., and the sun was slowly descending. Hey, Jack, Mark said a few feet away. What? Jack asked, walking towards him. Come on, Mark said. Began running towards the playground like a giddy child. Jack chuckled and followed. Mark went to the swings and sat on the swing, patting the other one next to him to Jack to sit. Jack sat and swung a little bit. Mark put his hands between them and brushed it against Jack's. He was intertwined. What? I don't know what that means. Their fingers and rubbed his thumb on the back of McLaughlin's hand. Are you straight? Mark asked. What? Jack said, ripping his hands away from Mark's. I said, are you straight? Not completely, Jack said. Why? Just wondering. Are you? Jack asked. Straight? That is? Nah, Mark chuckled. I'm gay. My parents are homophobos, though I'm so fake. so I fake it. That's horrible, Jack said. I mean, my mother doesn't exactly know that I'm a BI, but I'm sure she'd accept me if I were to come out. Yeah, Mark said. My parents would probably kick me out if they knew. The sun at this point was just about to go to rest the halfway down. They'd already been there for an hour. Got out, got up, and outstretched his hand. Jack took it and led to the open area of grass. They sat together facing the sunset. Jack was sitting with his knees up to his chest, and his arms around his legs, whereas Mark sat crisscross, arms behind him, holding himself. The sun kept going down, and it kept getting darker. It was peaceful. Jack, Mark said, causing Jack to turn towards him. Mark sat up, caressed his cheek before connecting his lips to Jack's. The sun was completely set. Jack was taken aback, but ended up kissing back. I just run. After the kiss, Jack's face was utter confusion. Mark began to stutter out, backing away. I'm sorry. Jack didn't know how to respond. He so badly wanted to tell him off, but at the same time, he just wanted to kiss him back. He was so confused, his emotions were all mixed together. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Mark said again. I've liked you for a while, and It's okay, Jack finally responded. It's totally okay, Mark, really. It's not, Mark said. I'm so But the suddenly older boy was cut off by Jack's lips pressing into his own. After Jack pulled away, he was quite embarrassed, but he smiled slightly. Mark smiled back awkwardly, scratched the back of his head. So, Jack said, not necessarily going anywhere with the conversation. Yeah. I guess I'm sorry. I guess I'm not sorry then? Mark said, oh, what the? What? No. I guess I'm not sorry then? Mark said, earning a laugh from Jack. He chuckled himself. I kind of want to ask you something. I know you're probably really confused because I'm 50% of the time, and I hang out with people that and everything, but like I don't know, I just like you a lot, and I was wondering if you wanted to be my boyfriend. It's okay if you don't want to be too. But yes, Jack said quietly, fiercely blushing. Thank God it was dark outside. What, really? Mark asked, a hopeful smile on his face. Yeah, Jack said again. I mean, you're really nice and everything. I like you too. Jack had never had a boyfriend before. He'd only had a girlfriend or two, each of which lasted only a few months. He'd never been in a serious relationship. But Jack said again, are you going to tell anyone? Are we going to tell the school? Mark's jaw tightened. I don't know. They'll hate me. They'll hate us. Well, they already hate me, Jack sighed. And you hate them, so why should it matter? I don't know, Mark said, running his hands through his hair. It kind of does. Jack brushed it off. We'll talk about it later. Yeah, Mark said, taking Jack's hand on it in his own. I'm gonna have to end this soon, guys. I really don't want to. Mark had driven Jack home shortly after he'd asked to be his boyfriend. A few minutes after Jack lay down for the night, he'd received a KIK message. I will tell you who I am next Friday. I'm sorry kept it up until then. Okay, but hey, I'm not trying to be mean, but I think I'm losing interest. Really? Why? Interest in someone else. With who? That's none of your business. You never acted like this to me before. What's gotten into you? I love you. What? I love you. I said I love you, Jack. You're so beautiful. Every time you smile, I instantly fill with happiness. You're such a caring guy, and you actually care about others, unlike some of the senseless pricks out there. You're not like them at all. You're different, good, and I love you. Well, guys, that's got to be the end of this video. Bye. If you guys like this video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Bye.